The 130-pound weight class from Troy High School, Daniel Sotelo, and from Pueblo High School, Stephen Montano Dominguez. Dominguez, a senior, heading off to NAU. Sotelo, the junior, and bringing a 40-5 record into this evening's match.
You know, rated through the Arizona Coaches Association, Dominguez from Pueblo was rated #1 in the state, and Sotelo was rated #2 all year. So it's kind of interesting and neat to have them in the state finals together like that, and see that the rankings really panned out. You know, that the coaches knew what they were doing.
Yeah, Jared, we were talking about the state of Arizona wrestling at the top of the telecast. AAU All-American in 2007 for Dominguez.
That's impressive, and he's doing a great job, actually. Because Sotelo was coming in there and looked like he had a solid takedown, and Dominguez came through with that counter, and now he's in a position he actually may even get some near fall points.
He used that cross body to get his hip in there. There it is again.
Oh, wow, look at the legs. Yeah. The leg riding in Arizona is probably one of the things that I've seen improve the most of most athletes in Arizona, and it's just become more cemented. It's more concrete now. It used to be real loose. You see guys hanging off the hip, and but now now these guys are riding tough, and it really can decide a match.
Good switch, good switch. He's on the whistle. He hit it deep.
So the shot of a moment ago of Steve Lopez, coach for Pueblo High School. Our referees, Mike Marble and Steve Hernandez, in this 130-pound weight class match.
They're going to call a stalemate here unless Sotelo can do something to clear around and get behind Dominguez, which it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Yeah, he has to get it. He was supposed to give a hip to hip, and he didn't get that way. But you got your two. You can't protest in wrestling or any other sport a judgment call, and that's a judgment that's done by the referee. So whatever call he made was right.
First thing he's going to look for, nice stand. Oh, the last time he did it, he made a fool of me this time, but that was very, I noticed that right off the bat. He's going to get away. Oh, he hit his head.
Hard shot there on the mat. Final seconds of this first period. And we completed 2-2.
Well, clubs in Arizona at different sports levels too, they're starting to travel more, and I know that we send teams back to the Oklahoma duels in the summertime. We send them all around to different places so they get exposure to different styles of wrestling, and in turn they come to Arizona, like GT was saying earlier. And with our USA Wrestling program, we send to Pocatello, Idaho. We send to Iowa. We send to Kansas City, Missouri. I'm the Western Region rep for USA Wrestling. Our Western Regionals are in Vegas, so it's not that far, not that expensive to go up there. And there's 11 Western states and anybody else that wants to come, so they get good exposure. And plus, our college kids, we're doing a better job at getting people in there, and some of these kids are really taking it to heart and sticking around afterwards. We've got a lot of ASU wrestlers who have graduated that are helping at the high school and junior high levels and doing things, and that's really helping the programs. I see the legs here. He's covering the legs really well, and he's keeping to the side so the kid can't grab much.
Well, he hasn't gotten points yet. See, what's going on here is that Sotelo got a reversal, and it could most likely be the game, the match defining moment. Let's go.
Third period we move to in this 130-pound weight class. A good match so far, and Dominguez from Pueblo trailing 4-3. And we've had some spirited discussion from Steve Lopez, Pueblo head coach, guys, and you can see what's riding on it for both the wrestler, the coach, the school, everybody.
Yep. Everyone here has a stake in this. And right now it looks like we're at a 4-4, dead heat, and we could very well see another complicated situation as this match closes out because of the style of the wrestler. Dominguez is a very lengthy wrestler, and he uses a lot of, we call it funk back where I'm from. Where you do all these swirly things, and legs are coming over here and under there. So right now, nothing's really easy even for the referees to officiate. because everything is a challenge. They get into a takedown situation, and it immediately turns into a scramble. So the refs are doing a really good job of watching everything. The coaches also are doing a great job of making sure that the refs are, being held accountable. So again, I call it great officiating, great coaching, great wrestling.
So by being less technical, if you will, it makes it more challenging for the officials?
Absolutely. This is not your traditional classic type of matchup or technical battle right now. It's very unorthodox, and it's probably going to be something really exciting happening here toward the end of this match.
Go, get up. Go, come on. Come on, guys.
If I had to call it, I'm going to say that Dominguez is going to get himself in a counter situation where he can score.
Like where it is right now. He's blocking the head.
Sotelo is just going to have to come straight forward after him. But Dominguez's range, his length might play a factor at the end of this match.
30 seconds.
He can just, he can do a whip around.
Yeah.
Here goes the length. See, now watch. He's in a squirrely position.
He's out of position.
If he hooks the leg, that far right leg, if Dominguez hooks that leg, we're getting ready to get ourselves in another situation where we were previously.
He's going to score. He's got 8 seconds left. Here he goes overtime.
Here's the length, and here's the counter. Here we come. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go.
No change.
See how tough it is to call, Kev? I mean, because he's on his hip, and one guy's kind of has control but doesn't, and the other guy is kind of getting away but isn't. So it's a really hard match to call.
Okay, here we go, gentlemen.
Okay, now this is sudden death, 1 minute period, and then the first score wins. If it goes to a second period, they will wrestle two periods. They'll flip, and the one wrestler will get his choice, and or defer, and then the next period the other wrestler will get their choice. And those will be 30 seconds each. But right now it's a 1 minute period, and the first one to score wins.
Someone's going to...
There it is. That's it. It's over.
So Dominguez's length, again, played a factor because Sotelo tries a headlock on a guy that's, almost twice his height, and he slips it. And if he slips it, he's right in a, in a position, a neutral, a referee's position.
Boy, a hard-fought match. Time now with the Arizona Exterminating move of the match. Arizona Exterminating, home of the all-pest solution. Here's the winner.
Overtime. Sotelo is looking for a big move, a headlock. He doesn't have a deep hold on it. Dominguez pulls his head out, gets behind him, 2 for the takedown. That length played a factor, and that was the deciding point right there.
Dominguez moving to 41-6, takes home the 130-pound weight class title. We continue on here from Jobbing.com Arena. It's the AIA 2008 State Wrestling Championships presented by the United States Army. We are back.